As the Hlinka Gretzky Cup is underway today, these are the top prospects that you need to be looking out for the most in this U18 tournament. Starting things off with Team Canada, Alexis Lafreniere is the consensus top 2 pick in the 2020 NHL draft. Born in October of 2001, the player was in the race for the rookie scoring title in the QMJHL this past season with Filip Zadina. Of course, the catch being that Zadina was drafted earlier in 2018, but Lafreniere is getting drafted in 2020. He's arguably going to be a generational talent. I believe he is going to be a franchise talent, and he is here today in this tournament for Team Canada. Canada's also got some other great players that you need to be looking out for, as well as Jacob Pelletier is over there, a 5'9", 158 forward. He's looking for himself a high draft spot in the 2019 NHL draft, alongside of guys like Ryan Suzuki, Kirby Dach, and Peyton Krebs. These 3 guys, along with Dylan Cozens, Bowen Byram, and a few others, make up the core of the 2019 draft class. But fear not, because Team Sweden also has their own share of 2019 players as well, headlined by the Wahlgren twins. Joel and Max Wahlgren, identical Swedish twins who are each set to be drafted in the 2019 NHL entry draft. Somebody get the Vancouver Canucks' Brian Burke on the phone. We also got a great set of players in 2020's NHL entry draft. For example, Alexander Holtz and Lucas Raymond. These two are incredible, lightning out there on the ice. Holtz is probably going to challenge for a top 3 spot in the 2020 draft, and Lucas Raymond is a player who, at 5'10", 161 pounds, is no slouch either. He's able to also keep up with the incredible pace that Holtz is able to withhold, and these two are probably going to form the majority of Team Sweden's offense. And how can I forget talking about Team Sweden's offense without talking about 2019 eligible forward Albin Grewe, who is also set to being drafted in a high spot in the 2019 draft. Most likely higher than the Wahlgren twins, but still a top prospect in this upcoming draft too. For Team Slovakia, we got ourselves Maxim Kajkovic, who is most likely going to be the best Slovakian player in this tournament. The player is already set to going to the St. John Sea Dogs for 2018-19. Playing in Sweden, he's already had a ton of success with his own team, as well as with the Slovakia U20 teams in past tournaments. He will most likely be the catalyst for a good majority of Slovakian offense in this tournament. Going over to Team Finland, Henri Nikkanen is a player that you need to keep your eyes on. Playing in the Junior ASM Liga, he grabbed himself 38 points in 50 games for JYP's U20 team. He's going to be drafted in a high spot in the 2019 NHL entry draft. As well, we also have Mikko Kokkonen, who didn't really have the statistically best season in his Finnish league, but he's made the team and he's also established himself early on as a notable prospect. Add to this, Levi Aaltonen, who also played in the Junior ASM Liga for Kalpa's U20 team. He's on this team over here in the Ivan Hlinka as well, and he's also going to be in a position to catalyze some Finnish offense. Going over to Team Russia, Mikhail Abramov is a player who completely dominated with his U17 team. Seeing as he's only 5'10" and less than 160 pounds, he's going to be in a really interesting position going forward within this draft year as well as this tournament in general. Speaking of MHL players, Artemi Knyazev is a defender who has also made the team out of the MHL, and he's also going to be in a position to dominate as a member of Team Russia. Wrapping things up over for Team USA, we have Arthur Kaliev, who's a player who played his most recent season in the OHL. He's going to be drafted in the 2019 draft, and his draft -1 year was pretty good, posting just under a point per game. These are the players who, in my mind, stick out the most before this tournament has even begun, and these are the players that I think that you should be keeping an eye on as the Hlinka Gretzky Cup goes on. For sure, there will be more guys who present themselves as bigger threats and more important players throughout this tournament, but this is just right here, the guys who I think have a head start in the popularity contests. Hope you guys enjoyed this video for Plus Gaming, and bye.